Hello, and welcome to the United States District Court for the District of Kansas online civil case opening tutorial. Online case opening will allow for cases to be filed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and will eliminate the delay caused by emailing the complaint and civil cover sheet to the clerk's office. This tutorial describes the procedures for opening a new case using the CMECF system. A CMECF login and password are required to complete online case opening. If you do not have a CMECF login and password, please contact the clerk's office for instructions on how to file your complaint. To get started, you'll need to go to www.ksd.uscourts.gov and click on the link on the right-hand side about halfway down which says E-Filing CMECF Login. You will then be presented with a screen that looks similar to this one. Yours will be a different color because I'm in the test database. First, we will click here. Then we will put in our login and password. Make sure to checkmark the box indicating that you understand that if you file in this court, you must comply with the redaction rules. Then select Login. We will then select Civil from the blue menu bar at the top of the ECF screen. Select KSD, Open a New Case under Online Case Opening on the Civil Events screen. The following screen includes important information regarding opening a new case in CMECF. Please review the information carefully. This next screen is the initial case opening screen. The selection of the case type and counties will provide the system with the information it needs to assign a case number and judge. You will receive a case number after the case has been created. A judge will be assigned to the case after the case has been opened. The clerk's office will send out a notice of judge assignment after the complaint has been filed. Case type. Only civil miscellaneous cases can be opened by attorneys. Select CV for a civil case or MC. For today's tutorial, we will leave the case type as CV. Documents that would receive a CV case number are complaints, notices of removals, and petitions for writ of habeas corpus. Is this a removal case? Select yes if the case is being removed from a state district court. When you select yes, the following prompt will display. From the drop-down box, select the county of the court from which the case is being removed. Then enter the court name and case number in the boxes provided. Today we will say no. Defendant's county of residence. From the drop-down box, select the defendant's county of residence. If there are multiple defendants and at least two of the defendants reside in different divisions, select the division in which one or more of the defendants reside. County where claim for relief arose. From the drop-down box, select the county where claim for relief arose. The system will evaluate the information provided by the user to determine the eligible divisions to which the case should be assigned. The user may select the requested venue from the selection box. This selection must match the requested city and the designation of place of trial, which should be part of your complaint or filed as a separate document after the complaint has been filed. Select the desired division from the selections provided. Verify that the correct division has been selected and click Next. The case information screen can be completed from the information supplied on the civil cover sheet. Please remember that it is still necessary to file the civil cover sheet in PDF format after filing the case initiating document. Please be aware that the selections you make on the case information screen are very important. An error will be displayed if information is not entered correctly. To continue opening the case, all errors must be corrected. Jurisdiction. The jurisdiction defaults to federal question. The drop-down list displays additional options for jurisdiction, including diversity, U.S. government plaintiff, and U.S. government defendant. For our purposes, we will keep it at federal question. Cause of action. The statutes, also referred to as causes of action, are listed in numerical order. To select the cause of action, users can click the drop-down list and scroll down to find the appropriate statute. An alternate way of finding the cause of action is to enter the full or partial statute in the filter field. CMUCF will narrow down the drop-down list to just the items that match the numbers entered. Today we will select employment discrimination from the remaining items on the drop-down list. Nature of suit. The natures of suit are listed in numerical order. To select the nature of suit, users can click the drop-down list and scroll down to find the appropriate entry, or just as with the cause of action, we can enter the appropriate number in the filter field. Origin. A complaint originating in the federal court is always 1. Original proceeding. A notice of removal is always 2. Removal from state court. Use the drop-down box to select the appropriate origin. The citizenship fields only need to be filled out for diversity cases. If you are filing a diversity case, select the appropriate citizenship statement for the parties. Jury demand. Jury demand should only be requested if there is a jury demand contained within the case initiating document you are filing. The jury demand can be made by the plaintiff when filing a complaint or the defendant when filing a notice of removal. None should be selected if the document filed does not state a jury demand. Class action. If you are alleging a class action, click the drop-down box and select Why. To request class certification, you must file a motion once your case has been opened. Demand. If a monetary demand is requested in the complaint, enter the amount to the nearest thousand. For example, if you are requesting $1,500,000, enter 1500 without the dollar sign, comma, or decimal. The amount will display as $1,500,000 on the docket sheet. The arbitration code field is not used in the District of Kansas and is left blank. County. Click the drop-down list to display a list of all counties in the District of Kansas. Select the county of the first plaintiff listed in the case. If the county of the first named plaintiff is outside the District of Kansas, select U.S. outside state from the drop-down list. Fee status. Unless you are a U.S. government agency or you are filing in forma pauperis, the fee status should be set to PD, paid. If a motion to proceed in forma pauperis is being filed, FP in forma pauperis should be selected. Attorneys for the United States or agencies of the United States government should select the fee status waived. For today's tutorial, we will select paid. The fee date will automatically default to the current date. Please do not change or remove the date. The date transfer field also remains blank. When finished entering all of the information on the case information screen, click Next to continue. Perhaps the most critical piece of online case opening is the entry of party names. It is important that this be done correctly since it impacts not only your case but the general records for the court. The Party Entry Guide is available on our website to assist you in adding parties. We suggest you print it for future reference. The attorney search screen is divided into 2 panels. The left panel contains controls to add a new party and create case. The search fields in the right panel allow users to search the CMUCF database for parties. Before entering any party name, do a search of the current list of names in the CMUCF database by entering at least 3 letters of the party's last name in the last name field that's presented. If your party is a corporation or business, enter the first 3 letters of the corporate name in the last name field. The Party Entry Guide includes search hints to help you search the CMUCF database for parties. Today we will search for our first party, Peter Gibbons. If the system finds a match, CMUCF will display a list of party names. Be sure to scroll down through the list offered on the screen. If you find something similar, check your own spelling or configuration to determine which is preferable. If the name of the party you represent appears in the list, select it, and then click Select Party. Make sure that the party role is correct. In this case, we will select Plaintiff. Then select Add Party. Now on to the defendant. Today we will search for our defendant, Bill Lumberg. Since this party is not already in the system, we will select Create New Party. ECF will display the party information screen to collect information on the new party. While there are many data entry boxes on this screen, only limited fields are completed. The last name, first name, middle name if applicable, generation if applicable, role, today he is the defendant, and then the party text if applicable. This field is optional and allows you to add descriptive information about the party. Examples of party text include a Kansas corporation, individually, and in the official capacity. Do not enter any additional information for new parties, including addresses. When all required information is entered, click the Add Party button. As the parties are added, you will see them appear in the left panel. The information in the left panel is transferred or is referred to as the case participant tree. There are 3 different icons that may be used in the left panel of the case participant tree. The first icon is used to delete a party from the case. The next icon is used to add a new alias or corporate parent to a case. The third icon is used to edit a party, alias, or corporate parent. The Collapse All hyperlink displays only the parties in the case with all other information collapsed in the tree. The Expand All hyperlink displays all parties, including aliases, corporate parents, and attorneys. Each branch of the case participant tree can be expanded or collapsed individually by clicking on the plus and minus icons. If the party tree is not expanded, you should expand it to make sure you have all parties and aliases added. If necessary, click the appropriate icon in the case participant tree to add or correct information. When all parties have been added and appear correctly in the case participant tree, click Create Case. CME-CF gives you one last opportunity to make changes to case opening information. Clicking No will allow you to add, delete, or modify parties. If all of the information is correct, click Yes to create the case. The case is now open in CME-CF and a case number has been assigned. Please make a note of the case number for future reference. Click Docket Late Event to docket your complaint or notice of removal. You must file your case initiating document immediately after the case has been opened. Select the appropriate initiating document. Today we will be filing a complaint. Make sure that the correct event is displayed at the window at the right, then hit Next. Make sure that the correct case number is displayed in the box and hit Next again. Hit Next another time until you get to the Select a Filer screen. Since the complaint is being filed by the plaintiff, we will select Peter Gibbons. If it were a notice of removal, the defendant would be selected. The next screen will show the attorney's name that will be associated with the filing party. Please make sure that the attorney that signed the originating document is the same as whose CME-CF login and password are being used. Then hit Next. On the next screen, we will select the party that the filing is against. If we had more than one defendant, we could select the button saying All Defendants, or hold down the Control key while selecting individual parties. You can also highlight one party and pull down to select more than one party in a row. Today we will select Bill Lumberg, the defendant. On this next screen, you will need to attach our initiating document. If you have attachments or exhibits, you will enter them here. Only the category or description fields need to be filled out, not both. Notice that when I added the first attachment, a new field to add an additional attachment was automatically added. When we have attached all additional documents, we hit Next. This is where you select which city you have chosen for your designation of place of trial. Answer the question on this page. Today we will say no. Because I'm using testing software, the system says that the fee is $350, however it is currently $400. You will then be directed to the pay.gov website where you may pay the filing fee by check or credit card. Fill in all required fields. Verify that all the information is correct and hit Continue with ACH payment or Continue with plastic card payment. This will take you to the Authorized Payment screen. Complete all required fields and hit Submit Payment. Does this complaint include a jury demand? Select Yes or No and hit Next. This screen is automatically generated for every event that is docketed. Some events will allow you to add in text. That is not the case with this event, so we just hit Next. On this next screen, you will double check that all of the information is correct and that all attachments are included. Hitting Next will be the final step in filing your initiating document. Make sure any corrections have been made before you do this. Once you file the case initiating document and receive the notice of electronic filing, your case is considered opened. The clerk's office will review all information entered during online case opening and, if needed, make any corrections. A judge will then be assigned and the clerk's office will file a notice of judge assignment in the case. The civil cover sheet should be filed immediately after the complaint. If you are filing a motion to proceed in form of papyrus, it should be filed immediately after the civil cover sheet is filed. These events may be found by using the search tool in the upper right corner. Putting in a word will bring up all events with that word included. Today we will use the example Informa. You would then just select the appropriate event and continue filing. If you require assistance during online case opening or other filing matters, please refer to the Attorney Case Opening Guide found on our website or contact your local clerk's office. These numbers can be found on the website as well.